Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. We've talked a lot lately about fishing docks. We've dissected docks. We've talked about skipping under pontoons and things like that. One of the things that's come up to me in a couple of different circumstances is guys talking to me about, hey, let's go fish those docks. And I'm looking at them like, those aren't the right docks to fish. And they're asking why, what makes those different than the ones that you want to fish. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to choose which docks to fish, or what factors go into choosing which set of docks to fish, or what particular dock to fish when we come back. Guys, welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors. I'm Mark Fisher. So, like I said, we're going to talk about fishing docks today and how to choose the dock. Not so much dissecting the docks and things like that. We've talked a lot about that. But one of the things that I want to point out, and I'm going to switch the camera around to show you, I'm actually right now, because a friend of mine asked me to do this right now, I'm out here with a buddy, but I don't think that these are the right docks to fish. But let me show you exactly why I would not be fishing these docks. This is the dock that he's asking me to, this stretch right here. And right now it's 9 o'clock in the morning. You can see the sun coming through the trees there. So this is the south part of the lake. But if you can see, this is the dock, and there's some shade underneath that dock. But then that's the stretch between this dock and the next dock. If you ask me, what I would be preferring to do at this time of day would be to fish the north side of the lake, where the docks are actually providing distinct shade lines, distinct from the rest of the water. So in other words, if I was on the other side of the lake, that area between this dock and the next dock would be in the sun. And my thinking is that any fish that are up shallow are going to gravitate towards the docks that provide the shade, rather than this area where, yeah, there's a little bit more shade underneath that dock, but the reality is that area over there is pretty shaded as well. So we're going to fish these docks. We'll see what happens. Maybe by the end of this video we prove that my theory is totally incorrect, and we'll see. But and quite honestly, guys, there are certain docks that hold fish regardless of what's going on. So I'm not saying we aren't going to catch any fish, but let's look at this, and we'll come back and we'll kind of see how we do fishing this set of docks. All right, there's one, and this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. The first fish that I catch on this stretch is 100% not on a dock. It's in between docks, in the shade, and I'm just throwing in the shaded part prior to getting to this next dock. And this is the first fish that I catch in this area. This is why I was saying that I don't think this is necessarily the right set of docks to be throwing to. And it's a neat little smallie up shallow. It's exactly what I was talking about in terms of why I would not be choosing this set of docks to be throwing to at this time right now, given these conditions. We'll keep working down the docks and see how this goes. There's another one, same thing, guys. Neat little smallmouth though. Very acrobatic. Nice fish. And again, not under a dock, in between docks, in the shade. There's another one. Oh, that's a better largemouth, guys. And again, it is not on a dock. It's in between the docks. This is exactly proving what I was talking about. This is a better largemouth. Let's get him in the boat here without getting him hung up on the trolling motor. That's a better fish. So guys, this is, I'm going to end it here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If we've talked about dissecting docks, we've talked about skipping under docks and pontoon boats and things like that. But when you're looking for the right stretch of docks to fish, I'm not saying these docks don't hold fish. I'm saying that you want to time it so that if you're fishing at 9 o'clock in the morning and the sun is coming on one side of the lake and your goal is to go and fish docks, then fish the docks that are actually creating the shade, meaning there's a contrast between what's under the dock, the shade that's under the dock, and the fact that the rest of the water is in the sunlight. This area will have that in about 3 hours once the sun gets up. And now if I want to just go and target these docks, I can do that. But right now I'm catching more fish in between docks that are just roaming around. And if that's happening, then my guess is they really aren't staging underneath docks too much. They're out roaming and that's a way to catch fish, but if you're gonna fish docks, it's not the right time to fish those particular docks. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope you learned something from it. We'll be back tomorrow for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.